and welcome to the Carrier Update. I'm here with the one and only Donnie Gilbert, and this segment is brought to you by PowerFleet. Sorry about that. Donnie, what do you have for us today?
So, our used truck prices are updated again. They update, about month to month. And again, used trucks have increased again this month. And of course, now that or not this month, I'm sorry, it's updating for the month of August right now. But going into this fourth quarter, I do not expect any of this to kind of ease up at all yet. So, last time we looked at this, 3-year-old trucks were valued around $85,000. Now they've jumped up to $90,391. So about a year ago, back in July 2020, these trucks were $54,000. Now they're up to $90,000. And it goes to show a lot of what's going on with the supply and demand. And it's the demand for trucks in logistics that's pushing this other side of everybody wanting to hold on to their 3-year-old trucks, because number one, now it's taking 9 months to a year to get their new trucks in. And so there's all kinds of struggles going on, in logistics right now, and it's pushing these used truck prices in. Everybody trying to get into logistics, if they're trying to get to start their own companies or become owner operators. It's probably what a big shift is people going for the mega carriers, trying to be their own owner operators. But yet these mega carriers aren't cutting loose their trucks either, because everybody needs the trucks. So here we go. 3-year trucks up to 90, 4-year-old trucks up to 72,000, and a 5-year-old truck up to 59,000.
So, Donnie, when we look at the prices, as you mentioned, these same trucks, maybe a year ago, were going for around $55,000. Was that a baseline price that was normal, or was that already an elevated price then?
That was roughly a normal price.
Okay.
And that was an average price of a 3-year-old truck around 54. Probably a 4-year-old truck, it was around, it was like, 40, 45,000. And then, of course, a 5-year-old truck here, just a little bit above $30,000. And, here you're looking at, a 3-year-old truck's going to have, roughly, 750,000 miles on them, which for those semi-trucks is not a lot. You think about that in a car, where, you think we're crazy. But anyway, so it's just, they've gone up, almost nearly doubled.
Yeah.
But this price pressure right here is getting very close to what these big fleets order their new trucks at. We're getting within, probably 105, 110 grand, depending on what all kind of bells and whistles they put on their new tractors. This 90,000 is now getting very close to that. So if you're their, asset director or whatever else, you're probably rolling over going, let me sell some of these trucks, let me sell some of these trucks. Here they're so close to the new prices, and the operations manager is saying, no, I need these trucks, I need these trucks. So they really got to make some decisions and make sure, and really look around and see what, how many trucks they have against the wall, the fence. Are they using all their trucks and using them, correctly, let's say, utilizing all their assets. So they really need to watch out, if they can cut some loose, this is the time to start cutting the trucks loose. Of course, I said that back when it was 85. It keeps growing, and we don't know where the peak of this is just yet.
So, Donnie, definitely another barrier of entry or a headwind for owner ops, or someone that's looking to become an owner op. Is that right?
Yeah, and that's gonna be a big struggle, because here they're gonna if they were thinking about this last year or the year before, they're thinking, $54,000 to get a truck, I'm saving money. I've got high insurance. Fuel's gone up nearly $1 a gallon, or over $1 a gallon from last year to this year. So all these barriers keep growing. So now if they're ready to go, they jump in and say, well, I can't buy a 3-year-old truck now. Now I got to go down, and even the 5-year-old truck is more expensive. But when you start getting into a 5-year-old truck, your maintenance per mile fees go up a little bit. The older they are, the more work you got to put into them, the more expensive they can be. So now they're jumping into a truck where they got to redesign their plan, because they're going to have more things breaking on it. So it's very, very tough right now. But right quick here, let's jump into and just kind of give an overall quick market view of what's happened this weekend, and then probably on the next segment we'll jump into maybe reefer and dry van. But outbound tuna rejection rates, they've come up a little bit. The average 21.87%. That's good. We're expecting, this is something that we really need to keep an eye on, because we know I'm kind of expecting that rush season for fourth quarter to maybe start a little bit early. So here it normally starts with the next couple of weeks of October, so the days are numbering down. We see it picking up a little bit. It's not, it's not a big pickup. We're looking at, less than 0.5%, but we want to keep an eye on this and see when these rates start picking up, because you want to be ahead of the curve. And when you see rate pressure start jumping up, you want to be one of those first ones out there and starting to push your rates up to maximize your margins. Here in the yellow line here, we have OTVI. This is our outbound tender volumes, roughly 15,900. So we're close at 16,000. We hit 16,000 last week for the end of the month, end of the quarter again, and we're right there holding 15,892. So a very high demand for trucks, which is going to help keep capacity tight and and allow where these carriers can hold that 20% or above 20% rejection rates. And this is huge. We like it. When it starts breaking 7%, we say that spot rates are getting above contract. We don't get excited till 10%. Well, we're still over 20%, Anthony.
So, Donnie, we're going to dive into some of these trends a little bit more, but thank you so much for the insight so far. We're going to jump back to you.